1913 map of the city of Baguio. This is the 1909 map of the city. This is the map of the city under Burnham and Anderson Plan, 1905. And this is the map of the city of Baguio, 1928. And this is the city map, 1907. This is the Baguio miniature early history. Baguio was once called Baguio, a vast grassland or a pasture land of cattle. Baguio also refers to moss, which grew in abundance in the swampy creek of its proliferation of the trees at the Tabacalera Road at the lower end of the Giza Valley. The term was used by the Ibaloys as well as the Ipugaos to refer to waterweed, a submerged, limpy, slimy water plant with floating leaves that grow along the streams and under dam cove. The Spaniards spelled the word Baguio according to Wilson. It is said that it is in the 16th century the Spanish colonizers searched for gold in the northern Luzon Cordillera led them to Benguet, in close proximity to the Baguio area. They came to see but not to conquer this liberty-loving people in the mid-18th century. Comandante Guillermo de Galvez established his commandancia in La Trinidad, named after his wife. He established the province of Benguet with 31 rancherias. Capaguay, now Baguio, was a minor rancheria composed of 20 houses. Capaguay is Baguio's name in Ibaloy. It also means a wide place. It was pasture land for the large herd of cattle owned by a prominent Benguet Igorot clan whose forerunner, Amkidid, was a renowned leader of gold trader. The prominent Carino and Carantes families of Baguio are direct descendants of the Amkidid's son, Baroy. During those times, the gold mines near Baguio were already known to American peace commissioner negotiating the Treaty of Paris. In 1899, under the government of Republic of the Philippines, Mateo Carino became the president of the township of Baguio. He was native headman of Baguio, a former Cabecilla, who led the insurrection against the Spaniards, whose Ora Carino became the governor of Benguet. One of the first aims of the Taft Philippine Commission in 1900 was to select an ideal site for a hill station. In July 1900, two members of the Taft Philippine Commission, Luke Wright and Dean Worcester, rode horseback to Baguio via Naguilian Trail to confirm the site of a hill station. The American boosters organized a country club, a sanitarium, and a rest house, started government roads, markets, and buildings, and acquired land from the natives, though not fully paid, to form the township of Baguio, which was to become a chartered city by Act Number 1963, effective September 1st, 1909. When W. Cameron Forbes was appointed to the Philippine Commission in February 1904, he personally arranged for Daniel H. Burnham, a renowned architect and city planner, to prepare the comprehensive urban development plan for Baguio. In October the next year, the plan of Baguio prepared by architect Burnham, oriented exactly 45 degrees with respect to the longitude, was presented to the Secretary of War, William Howard Taft. It was comprehensive urban design for a city that, in the near future, may reach but not exceed population of 25,000 inhabitants, and had provisions for Baguio's anticipated function as a summer capital. The population in 1902 was composed of 811 Igorots and 30 Ilocanos. In January 1901, the American began constructing the Benguet Road. The road was built through the sacrifice and combined efforts of Filipinos, American, Filipino, Chinese, and Japanese nationals. More than 2,300 foreign and local workers work on the road from 36 countries. The majority, about 22%, were Japanese. The first fleet of Stanley Steam Auto carrying 2,000 passengers per season started in 1909. Cannon Road was finished in 1905 after nearly $2 million plus was spent for its completion. The road was later named after the engineer who saw the project to its completion, Major Lyman W.V. Cannon. The Mansion House, the first country club, modern hospital were all finished in 1908. The government center included the City Hall and Burnham Park. Baguio's premier park was named after architect who designed Baguio. The Belgian Catholic father built churches, schools like Easter School, the St. Louis School, Brent School, and the Marynol School. Sports complexes and park were laid out. Baguio in 1910 to 1924, development already had public utilities and shops. It also catered to the local carnivals. Baguio received the first bomb on December 8, 1941, and on December 27, the Japanese occupied the city. Camp Janhei in Baguio is also the site where the signing of the surrender papers of General Yamashita culminated on September 3, 1945. A separate story of development of Baguio from health resort to the city of pines is contained in another theme story in the Baguio Gallery. Including Session Road, Burnham Lake, the Market, City Hall, and Central School. Photograph taken an observation balloon on March 15, 1923, U.S. National Archives. Aerial view of Cannon Road, 1923. Aerial view of the Cannon Road looking south from Camp Janhei has taken from an altitude of 2,000 feet, U.S. National Archive. Aerial view number 3, 1923, view of Baguio looking west at an altitude of 1,400 feet, showing the town center and the Nagilian Road. Photograph taken from an observation balloon on April 7, 1923, U.S. National Archives. The Government General Residence, 1923, Mansion House, the official Highland residence of American governors, generals, and Filipino president, built in 1907, was named after the ancestral home of Governor General W. Cameron Forbes, ancestral home of Naushan Island of the coast of Massachusetts. Photograph taken from observation balloon March 15, 1923 at an altitude of 150 feet. Post office, early 1920. Built before 1920, the post office stands at its present site. In the 1930s, the second floor served as public library. Country Club, 1912-1906. Country Club was inaugurated, inspired of primitive facilities, a grass-thatched clubhouse made of pine slab, 3-hole golf course, and a croquet course. In 1912, the Country Club and Camp Janhei operated a joint 18-hole golf course. American Historical Collection. New cottages at Teachers Camp, 1920s. Teachers Camp became more popular. Dormitories and cottages were built for vacationing teachers. An athletic field was also constructed for sports activities during the summer camps. Burnham Lake, about 1915, view of Quezad Road, the early business district, and the newly enclosed lagoon at Burnham Park, U.S. National Archives. Breaking ground at Burnham Park, 1914. Building the park required leveling the entire designated area. Large work gangs came to Baguio for digging and soil moving tasks. Among them were the first large group of highlanders, Ipugaos, Kankanais, and lowlanders from La Union and Pangasinan. Truck race about 1916. Inaugurated in 1914, a 50-foot wide race course that ran the perimeter of Burnham Park started out as a round track, later improved with embankments. At the southern end was a grandstand and two-story judges' platform. Horse races advertised in sensational billboards were held regularly until the mid-1920s. American Historical Collection. Burnham Park about 1935. View of Quezad area and the park grounds with the city auditorium in the upper left, southeast side of the lake. In the middle above Quezad Road is the residence of President Manuel Quezon, present day of Venus Park View Hotel, Washington Hotel in the foreground, and the present site of Laperal and Manahan buildings. Retouch photography, Agaton Uraran collection. Market Day number 2, 1913. Rice, corn, salt, dried fish, coconut oil, panocha, sugar, hand-woven cloth, as well as chickens and pigs were some of the product that lowland traders brought their bull carts. In the 1920s, stall behind the main market building sold Ilocano blankets, woven clothes, and U.S. Army surplus like thick blankets and overcoats. Market Day 1928. Market Day number 3 about 1915. Market Day number 1 about 1912. Session Road about 1915. View of Session Road looking south, the hilltop site, U.S. National Archives. The Bagon 1940. This is the Burnham Park night view, late 1920s. This is Count John A. Officer's Mess and Dormitory about 1920s. Now the site of Hotel Manor. Top side about 1908. That's the Governor General W. Cameron Forbes home. Mess Hall at Teachers Camp 1911. City Hall about 1911. Look at that. And this is the sanatorium about 1907. Infantry hike to La Trinidad, early 1900. And this is the Cannon Arch 1905. First car of the Cannon Road 1905. Expedition to Benguet, July 1900.